Time feels like the most natural thing in the world. We measure it with clocks, we live by its rhythm, and our lives are defined by beginnings and endings. But modern physics challenges this intuition. Time may not be fundamental at all. And if that's true, the way we think about consciousness, especially at death, might need a radical rethink. Einstein's relativity showed us that time and space are inseparable. Move faster, and time slows down for you relative to others. Approach a black hole, and time can practically freeze compared to distant observers. This means now is not universal. Each observer carries their own version of time. Some physicists interpret this through the block universe model. In this picture, past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Time doesn't flow, instead it is laid out like frames of a film. Consciousness, then, is like a projector moving through those frames. If the film reel already exists, what happens when the projector stops? Does consciousness fall into silence? Or does it remain but no longer track the unfolding of time? We feel time move forward because of entropy, the tendency of systems to grow more disordered. It explains why we age and why broken glasses don't unbreak. But the laws of physics are time-symmetric. They work just as well forward or backward. This hints that the flow of time may not be built into the universe, but into our perception of it. Quantum mechanics complicates the picture further. At the smallest scales, particles exist in superpositions, multiple states at once, until measurement forces one outcome. Time in quantum theory is often just a parameter, something we plug in by hand. But in attempts to unify quantum mechanics with general relativity, time sometimes disappears completely. The Wheeler-DeWitt equation, a key equation in quantum gravity, has no explicit time variable. It describes a timeless universe where everything simply is. Physicist Julian Barber argues this supports the idea that time is an illusion, that reality is made up of nows, static configurations of the universe. What we call the passage of time might just be our minds linking these snapshots together. Loop quantum gravity offers another perspective. In this theory, space itself is quantized, built from discrete loops. Time, instead of being fundamental, may emerge from the relationships and changes between these loops. In other words, time is not a background stage, but a byproduct of interactions. If time can emerge, it can also vanish. Near black holes or at the universe's earliest moments, space-time itself may break down, leaving only a timeless state. Where does consciousness fit into this? Neuroscience ties awareness to brain activity, but consciousness remains poorly understood. Near-death experiences sometimes report a collapse of time, moments that feel infinite, or life flashing all at once. Science interprets these as brain effects, but they echo the physics idea of a timeless present. If consciousness somehow persists beyond the brain, it may exist not in flowing time, but in a state of pure presence. No before, no after, only being. Physics hints that time is not the absolute river we think it is. Relativity bends it, entropy gives it direction, quantum gravity sometimes erases it. And if consciousness has any existence independent of biological time, then death might not be an end, but an encounter with timelessness itself. A state with no clocks, no duration, only the eternal now. This is Infinite Narratives. Subscribe and let's keep decoding the universe together.